Defensively, you guys did a great job last night, had a lot of high point scores. What do you guys need to do on offense?
Offensively, we got to make sure that we keep sharing the ball. We go 18, 17, 15 for our top three scores, and that's who we are. We're never going to score 30 and then have a bunch of guys with two. So we got to keep making sure share the ball, score a lot of different ways, and if we do that, I think we're going to have a good chance tonight.
And Columbus has a little bit more of a balanced attack offensively than Nebraska City. What do you need to do defensively?
Yeah, defensively, we got to identify their top three players. They got three guys come back from last year that averaged 25 to 30 points a game, and we got to make sure that we take them out of it. We got to make their shots tough and hopefully get good shots on our end, make their shots tough, and we should be okay.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate
absolutely.
it.
And we'll be back with basketball action right after this.
In many aspects of life, there are lines between where we work and where we play. But when we cross that line, it's when we become connected to our community. At Columbus Community Hospital, neighbors take care of neighbors. With years of experience and training, caring for everyone, young and old, day or night, the expertise to handle the simple and complex, and provide personalized care in your own backyard. It connects us. Columbus Community Hospital, specializing in you.
Home Real Estate is an all-star team of realtors who are ready to work for you. We work tirelessly to sell your home or find the right home to suit your needs. I am Home Real Estate's broker, Don Dreesen, and I have 40 years of experience. I know Columbus. Home Real Estate, serving Columbus and the surrounding areas.
Farmers Cooperative is committed to your success on the farm, on the road, and in the classroom. Farmers Cooperative headquarters in Dorchester, investing in our owners' success.
Larry's Tire and Service in Beatrice is a proud supporter of Beatrice basketball. Come see Larry and Brian with 80-plus years of combined wrench-turning experience at 522 South 5th in Beatrice.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the Marketing Director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We really focus on the people that we serve. Relationships are the most important thing to us, and because we're smaller, we're flexible enough and we can make those quick decisions to meet your needs.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
Central Community College, investing in you. Academic transfer, business, health, and technical courses all available at a fraction of the cost of a university. Small class sizes for an enhanced educational experience. Get started on improving your future. Contact Central Community College Columbus campus.
Our economic future depends on tomorrow's skilled workforce. Dream it, do it, and Central Community College Columbus is here to help young adults find careers in advanced manufacturing and related businesses. Visit dreamitdoit.com for more information or tour the Central Community College Columbus campus.
Schuster's Outdoor and RV, your local authorized Arctic and Encore dealer in Beatrice. Contact them during the Holiday Madness sales event for amazing deals on new products.
Every Tuesday, crunch on classic crispy tacos for a ridiculously low price. For serious, classic crispy beef tacos, super low price every Taco Tuesday. Taco John's, unwrap the original.
Selectel Wireless has the nation's largest 4G network at half the cost and with no contracts. Come into the Beatrice Selectel Wireless store so we can help start saving you money today.
Tree lines, a single tree, branches, or stumps. Need it removed? Call TreeWorks Tree Service. Accurate estimates you can count on for all job sizes. It's TreeWorks Tree Service in Nebraska City.
Would you like to watch this game from above the crowd? When it comes to finding you a new home, the team at Total Realty have a game plan that'll put you above the crowd. Whether you're buying or selling, they will answer your questions and provide an expert offense to put you in the lead during the whole process. The Total Realty team members are real people living in your same community. They have the same concerns as you do, and one might just live in your own neighborhood. Your RE/MAX team members are the hometown experts with the world of experience. They don't just want to sell you homes, they want to make you happy. At Total Realty today, log on to ColumbusTotalRealty.com or see their full list of homes from the Columbus app, available on iPhone and Android devices.
Welcome to Ernst, one of the largest dealers in northeast Nebraska. With 8 acres of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. At the new Ernst, we're doing things differently. Tired of haggling? Tired of back and forth? Let us show you how easy it can be, and we never charge stock fees. Finding the vehicle you want at the best possible price is our priority. We know you can shop anytime or buy anywhere. Shop Ernst, East Highway 30 in Columbus.
To give real service, you must add something which cannot be bought or measured with money, and that is sincerity and integrity. For buying or selling real estate, call Woods Brothers Realty.
The End Zone Sports Bar in Nebraska City would like to wish all the athletes the best of luck in tonight's games. Stop by today for daily lunch specials and dinner and drink specials every night. The End Zone in Nebraska City, where the game is always on. For all of your custom concrete needs, contact Midwest Custom Concrete in Nebraska City. From sidewalks and driveways to repairs from weather, they're here for you. Midwest Custom Concrete in Nebraska City is there when you need them.
See Security First Insurance in Beatrice today for farm, crop, auto, home, and commercial insurance. Security First Insurance, an equal opportunity provider. Get fast cash at Fast Cash downtown Beatrice. Don't forget to let Fast Cash prepare and e-file your 2015 taxes. Fast Cash downtown Beatrice. Mention this ad at Valentino's through December and get a free beverage with a purchase of a buffet. Valentino's downtown Beatrice, pizza, pasta, and so much more.
Larson Motors proudly supports area athletes. See their full line of new and quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs at LarsonMotorGroup.com.
A good deal better describes the service and selection you will find at Carriage Motors, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. They take a good deal and make it even better. In the moment of an accident, do you know your insurance agent? Would you call a 1-800 number? Get a local agent, someone you call when bad stuff happens. Call Tom Cass, Beatrice Insurance Agency.
For all your retirement needs, contact Edward Jones in Beatrice. Call Bob Moran, John Guernsey, or Steve Huvendick, or visit edwardjones.com, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC. For your health, Husker Health in Beatrice or Husker Rehab in Fairbury. Make 2016 your best and healthiest year ever. Husker Health, North 6th Street, Beatrice, and Husker Rehab, downtown Fairbury. For all your retirement needs, contact Edward Jones in Beatrice. Call Bob Moran, John Guernsey, or Steve Huvendick, or visit edwardjones.com, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC. If your daily activities leave you hurting, remember Hoops Chiropractic in Beatrice. Stop in or like them on Facebook. Hoops Chiropractic, West Court Street, Beatrice. Come around to health.
In the moment of an accident, do you know your insurance agent? Would you call a 1-800 number? Get a local agent, someone you call when bad stuff happens. Call Tom Cass, Beatrice Insurance Agency.
Larissa's Salon in Nebraska City invites you to come finalize your holiday looks, from a cut and color to nails and a tan. Give them a call today to book your next appointment. Good luck to all the athletes from Larissa's Salon in downtown Nebraska City.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the Marketing Director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We really focus on the people that we serve. Relationships are the most important thing to us, and because we're smaller, we're flexible enough and we can make those quick decisions to meet your needs.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
Central Community College, investing in you. Academic transfer, business, health, and technical courses all available at a fraction of the cost of a university. Small class sizes for an enhanced educational experience. Get started on improving your future. Contact Central Community College Columbus campus.
Our economic future depends on tomorrow's skilled workforce. Dream it, do it, and Central Community College Columbus is here to help young adults find careers in advanced manufacturing and related businesses. Visit dreamitdoit.com for more information or tour the Central Community College Columbus campus.
Cheer on your team and watch the game on a new TV from Ashley Furniture Home Store. Find the TV you want at Brand Source inside the Ashley Furniture Home Store, Indian Creek Mall, Beatrice.
Gladly supporting the communities we serve. It's easy to buy here. Beatrice Ford Lincoln and Beatrice Quick Lane, North Highway 77, Beatrice.
Is Old Man Winter finding his way into your home? Then call the folks at Noakes Heating and Air. your premier geothermal source in southeast Nebraska.
Would you like to watch this game from above the crowd? When it comes to finding you a new home, the team at Total Realty have a game plan that'll put you above the crowd. Whether you're buying or selling, they will answer your questions and provide an expert offense to put you in the lead during the whole process. The Total Realty team members are real people living in your same community. They have the same concerns as you do, and one might just live in your own neighborhood. Your RE/MAX team members are the hometown experts with the world of experience. They don't just want to sell you homes, they want to make you happy. At Total Realty today, log on to ColumbusTotalRealty.com or see their full list of homes from the Columbus app, available on iPhone and Android devices.
At Columbus Motor Company, they feel shopping for a new vehicle should not be complicated. That's why during the Black Friday Blockbuster sales event, they offer everyone their very best price 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. At Columbus Motor Company, it's just one low price, plain and simple, always. So if you're ready for a new vehicle, stop by Columbus Motor Company, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer at 2806 23rd Street in Columbus, or visit them at onelowpricene.com. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always.
Are you remodeling, or is that unfinished home project bugging you? Then contact Mead Lumber, where their knowledgeable staff will make sure to help you get the job done right.
Sat Brothers Petroleum wants to remind you we're here when you need us, on the farm or in the field. Sat Brothers Petroleum, a family-run business in Philly, Crete, Lincoln, Falls City, Humboldt, and Hanover, Kansas.
At Pinnacle Bank, the latest banking innovations go hand in hand with genuine personal relationships. Visit one of their Beatrice locations to learn more. Pinnacle Bank, member FDIC.
Looking for a comfortable place to watch the game? Then make your way to Bing's Sports Bar in Nebraska City. Cold beer and a great atmosphere makes Bing's the place to be. Good luck from Bing's Sports Bar in downtown Nebraska City.
In many aspects of life, there are lines between where we work and where we play. But when we cross that line, it's when we become connected to our community. At Columbus Community Hospital, neighbors take care of neighbors. With years of experience and training, caring for everyone, young and old, day or night, the expertise to handle the simple and complex, and provide personalized care in your own backyard. It connects us. Columbus Community Hospital, specializing in you.
Home Real Estate is an all-star team of realtors who are ready to work for you. We work tirelessly to sell your home or find the right home to suit your needs. I am Home Real Estate's broker, Don Dreesen, and I have 40 years of experience. I know Columbus. Home Real Estate, serving Columbus and the surrounding areas.
Farmers Cooperative is committed to your success on the farm, on the road, and in the classroom. Farmers Cooperative headquarters in Dorchester, investing in our owners' success.
Larry's Tire and Service in Beatrice is a proud supporter of Beatrice basketball. Come see Larry and Brian with 80-plus years of combined wrench-turning experience at 522 South 5th in Beatrice.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the marketing director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We really focus on the people that we serve. Relationships are the most important thing to us, and because we're smaller, we're flexible enough and we can make those quick decisions to meet your needs.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
Central Community College, investing in you. Academic transfer, business, health, and technical courses all available at a fraction of the cost of a university. Small class sizes for an enhanced educational experience. Get started on improving your future. Contact Central Community College Columbus campus.
Our economic future depends on tomorrow's skilled workforce. Dream it, do it, and Central Community College Columbus is here to help young adults find careers in advanced manufacturing and related businesses. Visit dreamitdoit.com for more information or tour the Central Community College Columbus campus.
Schuster's Outdoor and RV, your local authorized Articat and Encore dealer in Beatrice. Contact them during the Holiday Madness sales event for amazing deals on new products.
Every Tuesday, crunch on classic crispy taco.
You want to run up there quick?
Back up.
Starters will still take 3 minutes. Yeah. High School here on News Channel Nebraska. Brandon Axman alongside Grant Otten for our double dose of basketball. We had a great girls contest between Columbus and Beatrice, and now we turn right around and have the boys action. And Grant, Beatrice comes in at 1-0 after a victory over Nebraska City yesterday. Exciting times though for Columbus. Head coach Jimmy Moats coming in from Central City. This is his coaching debut for this Discovers program that he has aspirations of getting back to the glory days and the great basketball that this high school is used to.
Yeah, Beatrice, we saw last night, has a lot of power offensively and defensively. Columbus, a lot of unknowns. They got a lot of new players playing, a lot of young players, and a lot of seniors that maybe haven't seen some play time in the past. So I'll be curious to see how they do.
Well, one of those players to keep your eye on is Dallas Oberg. He is the leading scorer coming back for this team. He is extremely fast. He is what you would call the definition of an athlete, and Coach Moat said talking to him earlier this week, we're going to need a lot of production out of him this season, and depending on how successful we'll be, he's going to be a big part of it.
Yeah, he's a very athletic player. He does a great job of finding the rim and finding space to shoot the ball. So I'm curious to see how he does today. If he can get in a rhythm, he'll be very dangerous.
Well, for Beatrice, Tilden Bardsley, the last brother of a long line of Bardsleys, he's our key player to watch for Beatrice, averaging just 1 point per game last season as a sophomore. So what's he do as his debut as a junior? He leads the team in scoring with 15. He's very athletic, and for the young player, what we've seen from him, he's very good.
Yeah, absolutely. He did a great job last night, and he didn't play a ton in the second half, so he could have gone for a lot more points. But I think he's going to have a lot more trouble finding the basket today against some of these defenders, but he could go off again.
Tip-off's just around the corner. Stay with us on News Channel Nebraska.
Selectel Wireless has the nation's largest 4G network at half the cost and with no cost.
Say something there.
The cost and with no contracts. Come into the Beatrice Selectel Wireless store so we can help start saving you money today. Selectel Wireless has the nation's largest 4G network at half the cost and with no contracts. Come into the Beatrice Selectel Wireless store.
So right on cue, Tilden Bardsley gets the scoring started off for Beatrice, and there's a move inside. Quick 4 points for the home team Orangemen.
Cromer, a very talented player as well, someone Columbus is going to need to defend pretty heavily.
And the crowd is electric here for their home team Orangemen, the number 2 team in the state, as a miss there by Columbus. Beatrice coming the other way.
Nice cut there by Michael Cook, just unable to find the basket. And he's going to have his hands full tonight with Cromer. That's going to be a penalty, or excuse me, they're going to call that one on Dalton Hardig.
So 6-0, we're now just over a minute to play in this one. And Columbus High looking to get on the board right now. Beatrice out to a hot start. All down inside, a nice post move. Can't quite get it to fall is Cook though.
Cook's a very good player. He's doing a good job, but he's got to keep staying active there underneath, and he's going to eventually find the basket here once he gets in rhythm. A big three-pointer there by Bardsley.
And the junior comes out just as hot as he was last night, forcing Coach Moat to call a timeout just a minute and a half in, and it is 9-0 Beatrice.
So a slow start offensively. Columbus unable to get anything into the basket. They've had a few shots. This very well could be 9-8 right now, but Columbus just unable to put some shots in the basket. Michael Cook getting some action down low, but having a little bit of trouble finishing at this point. They got time though, 6:30 remaining in the first quarter.
Mitchell Greiner bringing the ball up, one of the returning players with experience for this Columbus team. He is a sharpshooter. There's Oberg, just a little too strong on that shot. Rebound Beatrice. Orangemen coming the other way.
And a very deep three by Oberg. He can't make those.
Nice drive to the basket, and Dalton Hartig draws the foul.
I believe that one's going to be called on Mitchell Greiner. And it is. Nice job by Hartig to attack the basket and draw that one. Cromer up top. We saw him shoot 2 threes last night. He made one of those. He's not going to get the travel because he was essentially dribbling as he was going down there.
And there's a nice take and another bucket. This time it's Zarbanicki. Gets his first points.
So Columbus still looking to find something up top. The shot by Greiner's no good.
And now Oberg on the defense. Zarbanicki with the floater. 4 straight for him, and it is all Beatrice right now.
And Columbus just not taking time to find shots. Taking a couple deep shots, but they need to work their offense a little bit longer. But both of them pretty deep threes, some of those outside ones, outside of what Michael Cook just couldn't get to fall.
And a steal by Beatrice there, and foul on Cook coming back. As he shows the good sportsmanship, helps up Bardsley.
Columbus a little bit frustrated, unable to get those shots to fall right now. 5 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Had a chance to talk to Coach Moats prior to this game, obviously. He said, you know, when you're trying to instill a new program, sort of new type of way you want to play basketball, he said, this season came very, very fast. It'd be nice if we had another week or two to sort of get our guys into the process, but, you know, you don't get a chance to make the schedule, and he's expecting to do things simple to start things off and see where it takes them, and he said the big approach for this season is taking it week by week.
Yeah, no easy task coming to a place like Beatrice against a really history team like this, and a nice play by Greiner to Oberg there.
And Columbus is on the board. Nice floater there by Oberg. Going to need a lot more of those for the Discoverers.
Yeah, that's kind of Oberg. That's really his comfort zone to me. That, you know, when I see him making most of his points, it's when he's driving, attacking the basket, and then adjusting in the air on a mid-range shot or close to mid-range shot. That's when he's able to really use his athletic ability to create opportunities.
Second chance opportunities there for Beatrice. Ball goes out of bounds. Orangemen to inbound.
Michael Cook again, just the sophomore. He's got, and Cromer finds his way around the edge to go up top. I was just going to say he's got a tough task going against Cromer all night. Cromer, the senior, who is just really a refined player and a big talent underneath.
Cromer coming off a 9-point performance against Nebraska City. The points were very well spread around in Thursday night's game for the Orangemen as a rejection there. Great hustle, though, by Columbus. They do maintain the ball. We're now 3.5 to go. Oberg with the pump fake. And a fadeaway won't fall, but we'll send the player to the line.
Rankle couldn't get that one to fall, but he will get a chance to knock both of them down. 3 minutes and 28 seconds remaining here. Beatrice doing a nice job defensively, but there are some openings for Columbus to work in and find some players. They just need to be a little bit more patient. Like I said, those 2 threes they took earlier on in the game, a couple minutes ago, are pretty deep.
Coach Moat says of Wrinkle, he is the energy guy who can provide that spark at any given time, can play in numerous positions, and goes all out on the floor. That's the type of player and the type of kid that he likes to have in his team, and the attitude he's wanting to instill into his entire program.
Wrinkle unable to get those 2 to fall. Yeah, you got to love when you have someone like there is just able to keep the energy up, keep defensively. That's where you really need it. keep your guys aggressive, and another big Zarbanicki 2 points. But this is where that comes in when you're down 17-2. You need the energy to stay high because you're not out of the game. You're only in the first quarter. But you got to keep playing hard.
Long three by Greiner, no good. Columbus could really just use some momentum boost if some of those shots start falling. Just right now, they're not having the luck of getting those buckets to go in. And here on the opposite end, 3 from the corner off the iron. And a jump ball is going to be called as it was Rinkle battling for it. It will go to Columbus.
Yeah, Rinkle and Bardsley going after it there. You know, you're looking at the guys on the court right now. Dallas Oberg, the only familiar face we really have from last year, who got some, well, just extensive playing time. You know, this is just a completely different team than what we saw last year under Dave Hebner, who is now the Dean of Students at Columbus High. But, you know, this team is going to need to find themselves and figure out what they can do best. And doing that against Beatrice is going to be a tough task.
Great move baseline by Cook as he goes for the up and under. 4 points now for Columbus High as they're down 13.
Beatrice doing a good job of working around all edges here, working around the arc to find open players and open things up. And some miscommunication leads to that turnover.
John Lucky, the man who's inbounding the ball, had a great job seeing that backdoor pass on the defensive end. It ultimately led to a turnover.
And you can continue to force passes like that. Now, they needed to have a defender down there because there was 2 open players. It was just a fumbled ball. And a big...
And Cook, there you go. The and one with the touch. Cook with 2 points on 2 consecutive times down. He has the chance for the 3-point play. Maybe taking a little bit of a script out of McMeekin's playbook from that game earlier.
Yeah, just about 10 higher, sitting at 42 instead of 32. But he does have a lot of good ability. He does a great job of finding the basket. And like we said earlier, he was just having trouble getting it in there. But if he's able to get into a rhythm like this could be huge for Columbus, and he could be a huge offensive set of production.
So Beatrice's scoring has slowed down a little bit this past couple minutes of the first quarter. They're still sitting at 17, which is great for any coach in a first quarter period. We're a minute 40 to go. But Columbus, they're kind of getting into the flow at least a little bit, settling down, and there's a turnover forced.
Well, they're just sitting at that 1-3-1, a forced pass right there by Cook's going to be a turnover. But they're sitting in that 1-3-1 with Cook at the top.
And a block's called. Grant, your thoughts?
I think he just moved part of his body just a hair too much. And I don't know, sometimes the ref may see him as he's coming down too late down to the block to get that charge call. But if you turn your hips just to the slightest one way or the other and don't fall directly straight back, that's when you're going to get that block call. You just got to be almost stiff as a board if you want to get the charge.
Mass substitution for the Orangemen. Cromer coming back in, among others, as they inbound under the Columbus basket. 3-pointer on the way. No good, out of bounds, Columbus ball.
Kobe Ackerson there up for the rebound. It's going to go off of Cromer. Kobe Ackerson talking to coach before the game. He said Ackerson was their most improved player coming into this season, seeing what he was doing early on when Moats was originally brought on and just the development that he's had. Kobe's younger brother, Jazz, that's going to be out of bounds. Turnover, go back to Beatrice. But Kobe's younger brother, Jazz, a sophomore, is on this varsity team as well, plays a lot of JV, but he is a great talent, and he's going to have a bright future as well.
Lead remains at 11 for Beatrice. We're now at a minute to go in the first. Long spot up 3, up and buried. Nice shot there by Landon Zarbanicki. He's nearing double figures in the first quarter alone, Grant. 50 seconds to play.
Yeah, he's having a great game. And no shot, they're going to call that on the ground. Michael Cook just has not been able to get a couple of those to fall, but you got to like his energy trying to get to the basket and make things happen.
Cook, the biggest player on this Discoverers team at 6'5". And we're now with 40 seconds to go in the period. Cook calling for it in the corner. And taking baseline foul is called. Moat says count it. Don't think the referees are going to give it to him, though.
Oh, I think that's going to be on the ground. That's all right. By the time he was going up for the shot, he hadn't left his feet yet. He hadn't made an effort to go up for the shot, so it's going to be an on-the-ground call. .34 seconds left. You think maybe Cook's going to try and tack the basket, or Oberg right there?
You called it. There's Oberg with another mid-range floater. So 20 seconds to go. You got to assume Beatrice will probably hold on for the final shot.
You think Bardsley, you can kind of see Bardsley holding his finger up like he wants it.
And working around the perimeter. 7 seconds. Cross court to Bardsley from 3 feet beyond the line, but a great putback rebound. And it's going to remain with Columbus, but that's something if you're Coach Moats, you can't be seeing a lot of that with a team like Beatrice. You can't give them any extra opportunities.
No, because they're going to make it count on that second or third shot. Most teams will. 1.2 seconds. Wrinkle unable to get that one to fly.
So a tough start for Columbus, although they stopped the bleeding. It is a 12-point deficit right now, 20-8. We'll be right back with the second quarter shortly.
Tree lines, a single tree, branches, or stumps. Need it removed? Call TreeWorks Tree Service. Accurate estimates you can count on for all job sizes. It's TreeWorks Tree Service in Nebraska City.
Would you like to watch this game from above the crowd? When it comes to finding you a new home, the team at Total Realty have a game plan that'll put you above the crowd. Whether you're buying or selling, they will answer your questions and provide an expert offense to put you in the lead during the whole process. The Total Realty team members are real people living in your same community. They have the same concerns as you do, and one might just live in your own neighborhood. Your RE/MAX team members are the hometown experts with the world of experience. They don't just want to sell you homes, they want to make you happy. At Total Realty today, log on to ColumbusTotalRealty.com or see their full list of homes from the Columbus app, available on iPhone and Android devices.
Welcome to Ernst, one of the largest dealers in northeast Nebraska. With 8 acres of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. At the new Ernst, we're doing things differently. Tired of haggling? Tired of back and forth? Let us show you how easy it can be.
And welcome back. There you see head coach Jimmy Moats. His first game for Columbus, a lot of excitement for this Discoverers program. Started out at Sterling, then was at Central City for a few years. This is his 9th at the helm. He went to Lincoln Northeast and played at Creighton and set some records there. Was a part of 3 NCAA tournament teams, and he is what you call a spot-up shooter. He broke Kyle Korver's record actually at Creighton for 3-point shooting, and he's trying to instill that into his players.
And then just passed by a name a lot of people are familiar with, McDermott, who's now on my team, the Bulls.
There you go.
So I got to show a little love there once in a while.
Has a wife, Mackenzie, and just had a new baby girl, but was very excited about this job. And when he took Columbus, he said they took the job for Columbus. It's a great town, a great community, as a three-pointer is up and no good. Long story short, Moats is excited to be here. The town of Columbus is excited to have him here, and they're really hoping that he can get some excitement back in this program.
Absolutely. His father, Jerry Moats, on the sidelines as well. His dad does a great job of developing players. That's kind of why he's been brought on to help kind of develop some of the talent they have on this young Discoverer team.
So Beatrice, like we talked about, they came out on fire, nailing shot after shot. They've cooled off a little bit. The Columbus defense, is stiffening up. Still, though, they're trying to get something going on offense. It still seems like it's a little bit of a struggle to get some points up, as Cook takes one there and draws the foul. What do you think they need to do offensively? I mean, obviously, besides making the shots and getting them to fall, to get that offensive production.
Well, I tell you what, I talked about Dallas Oberg having that ability to drive to the middle of the lane, kind of adjust his body and make those shots. We've seen him do it twice now. If he can continue to do that, that's good for them. Michael Cook, like you just seen these past couple times down, it seems like after a one quarter of play, even half quarter in, he just got extremely more comfortable, and he's really attacking the basket, and that's what you need as well. If he can do that, and Oberg can do that as well, it's going to open people up on the outside. But having Cook and Oberg attack is really the strength of this offense.
Cook with 5 points now on the night. Cook and Oberg, the only two discoverers to score up to this point. And you see the discoverers in that zone defense now.
Now in kind of a 2-3, they were playing that 1-3. Now you can see them shift back and forth.
And it yields a turnover there.
And yeah, they're doing a nice job now of kind of making it seem like you got open players on the backside, forcing Beatrice to maybe make some not so ideal passes and capitalize that on that by covering on that help side and getting a steal. Ackerson there with the travel is going to take a break, and Grinder's going to come back in. But you got to eliminate those turnovers if you're Columbus. You got to continue to try and force some of these, but Beatrice is going to get hot again at some point in this game. They're going to be difficult to stop.
Definitely want to take advantage of scoring while they are cold, and there's another turnover forced on 2 trips down for Beatrice.
And maybe it just took them a little, Columbus take them a little bit like a quarter to really get into the thing. About a half a quarter in before they kind of started slowing down that Beatrice offense. So who knows, maybe they can continue to hold Beatrice or kind of hinder them. A big steal there.
And a good foul. That was Bardsley who took the steal. Oberg just stopping it not to give away the free layup.
They can maybe continue to hold Beatrice off. That would be very impressive and just kind of a big sign of maybe what they've been working on defensively and kind of what Moats has been pounding into these kids practice after practice. But we got a whole game left, so we'll have to see what happens.
6:10 to go in this first half of action here on News Channel Nebraska. Number 2, Beatrice in control of this one thus far as Columbus is in its first game of the season. 3-pointers on the way off the back of the iron, and nice rebound by Cook. Now on the other end, 3-pointer is up and buried. That's Trey Wrinkle, his first points of the night.
And Wrinkle's one of those guys we haven't seen a lot out of. Well, he's one of those unknowns for this Columbus team. A big shot by him, and maybe they can continue to utilize him. You know, he's something we don't got a lot of tape. We don't got a lot of stuff to go on a lot of these players, so I'm interested to see how a lot of them continue to develop throughout this game.
There's Bardsley again. Nice pull-up jumper, and he's with 7 now. Beatrice continues to stay in their man defense. A little bit of difference of philosophies as a carry is called. A nice shot by Oberg. Unfortunate it won't count for him.
And just kind of continuing that point I was making earlier, you know, it's another shot where Oberg's having to adjust. He's not setting up and shooting. He's active. He's coming off the dribble, pulling up and taking a shot. He just seems, for some reason, maybe that's just how he practiced it, really comfortable coming off that dribble and adjusting in the air to make a jump shot.
Definitely a very valuable skill to have if you do have it. Not many do, myself included.
I see you popping a couple over at the Y. I saw you draining those.
You are too kind. You really are. The lead's back to 10 though, and foul and sending the player to the line on that one. Zarbanicki going to shoot 2.
John Lucky there's going to get the call. He missed the shot, and they always say if you're going to foul him, might as well make sure he doesn't make it. So.
Zarbanicki with that one, cracks double digits, makes them both. So the lead's back to 12 for Beatrice. 4:30 to go in the half. 3-pointer, Griner, he gets it to fall. And that's what Columbus is going to need, those shots to start falling in. They are, at least momentarily.
And they're only down by 9 here, so they are definitely in this game. 4 minutes, just over 4 minutes to play.
Possible answer on the Beatrice end, not this time. Griner tries to rebound. Out of bounds off him, it will stay with Beatrice.
Well, if anything, Columbus is playing extremely hard right now, and you got to be glad to see that if you're Moats. Both offensively and defensively, giving themselves some opportunities. Luckily, they've had some balls falling.
Good defense by Columbus there. Scramble for the ball. And that's going to be a jump, and see Coach Moats, he is fired up. You saw him at the side of your screen, and that's exactly what he's been preaching. Get on the ball, dive around, and be aggressive. That's cool to see the coach excited to see what his players are doing, what he's teaching.
Well, Cook, the biggest guy here on the court for Columbus, and normally you don't see your biggest guy playing at the top of the key in that 1-3-1, but he's so lanky and athletic that when they get him in those backside adjustments helping and right there poking the ball out from the defender, he's able to just hustle hard and get a jump and then force a turnover.
Hartig comes in for Beatrice, so they stay in the man defense. Greiner goes back to Cook. He has a baseline shot, cannot get it to fall.
Sophomore Cook continuing to stay aggressive offensively.
Good ball movement by Beatrice. Three-pointer up and buried by Hartig, the substitute who just came in.
Hartig, we didn't see a ton of him last night, at least not as far as offensive production. Oberg with the spot up three there, doesn't go.
But another turnover forced. Actually a charge by Columbus.
And I tell you what, our coaches just love when you can draw that charge call. I know we always had the incentive, and I actually played for Dave Heavner, the old Columbus High coach. We always had the incentive. You got a free Gatorade if you were able to draw that charge.
That's a heck of an incentive. Cook goes right there.
When you're a poor high school kid, I tell you what, those Gatorades, they ain't cheap.
Well, the lead's cut back to 10 as they're trying to get it back to double digits or less than double digits as three-pointer by Bardsley, no good. Oberg looking to push. 3-on-3, Oberg picks it up now, back in the hands of Cook. Cook takes his defender, draws the foul.
And a good job. I kind of keep talking about Cook, but him and Oberg have really been the continual strength of the offense or continued production, but if he continued to draw fouls, that's number 8 for Beatrice. You know, that's going to help Columbus out quite a bit, sending them to the line on these draws and these push fouls as well.
No secret, Cook, along with Oberg, the ones who had a lot of varsity experience, along with Greiner, who had some. And Greiner's actually battling the flu this week, Coach Moat says, so wasn't quite sure what he was going to see out of him in this opening contest.
I've done that. I've played sick before. It is not a fun thing, so credit to the kid for coming out here and playing very hard. (19-27), just an 8-point game right here. Now, if you would have asked me after the first couple of minutes that this was going to be the situation, I would have thought not, but Columbus doing a great job of battling back.
No, the old proverbial weathering the storm, as you'd say, and Beatrice, I don't know if getting a little bit sloppy or Columbus defense forcing turnovers, but the majority of this second quarter, the defense has really been stepping up for the Discoverers.
Well, you look at a couple of the shots, you get two or three of those shots to fall in Columbus's favor early, and maybe get a stop or two on Beatrice's side, then Columbus is winning this game, so.
And there's Greiner with the take, and he gets called for the charge. Gatorade for Rickenberg.
Gatorade for Rickenberg, indeed. Nice job, great job by Rickenberg to set him underneath the basket and draw that charge.
So now at the 2-minute mark, 27-19. Number 2, Beatrice on top of Columbus.
Continuing to work that perimeter like you need to do against a zone.
There's Hartig from way downtown. He hits his second.
That is 6 for Hartig.
Yeah, Gotta like that if you're Coach Struck, having that weapon off the bench. Providing the long-range ball. Lead back to 11 now for the Orangemen. Oberg, though, trying to answer. Cannot do it. Rickenberg with the rebound. Here comes Beatrice. And Columbus forces the turnover.
I tell you what, this Columbus team, they've been playing very hard tonight. They just haven't been able to get a ton of things going offensively.
Ackerson, there's a three-pointer. He's feeling it. Lead back cut to 8.
A big three by Ackerson. We're sitting under a minute now to play.
50 seconds and counting. And another long three from the same spot off the back of the iron. Offensive rebound, though, by Bardsley. Hartig now with it, 30 seconds to go. The Orangemen may hold for one here. Hartig, he's going to spot up from the opposite side of the court. And it goes off the top of the backboard before it goes in, so that does not count. Timeout taken by Coach Struck and the Orangemen as he wants to talk things over with 18 seconds to play. So a potential very big opportunity here if Columbus could come away with a basket. Cut this lead to potentially 6 or even 5 with a three-pointer. Coach Struck wanting to get a good defensive philosophy in place for this final segment of the half. 18.4 to go. And we'll see what he draws up here. Oberg to bring it up for Columbus, now at 12 seconds. Ackerson goes back to Oberg, under 10. 7. Oberg with the floater, air ball, but a rebound by Cook and the putback. 2 points for Columbus High, 1 second to go. And that's a good way for Columbus to go into the break, just down 6. Cook, the scorer for Columbus High, as he is well into the double digits. Grant Otten is on the sideline with Coach Moats as his team had a tough start, but they've definitely rallied. Let's go down to Grant now and Coach Jimmy Moats.
Just what can you say about the effort of this team right now? You take away the first 90 seconds, we were pretty good. Right? I think we just had a deer in the headlights mentality defensively. We settled down. We started playing a little bit. We made some shots. We went to the zone. The zone's been good. We slowed them down. We gave up, I think, 10 points the second quarter. So, I mean, we're playing better. We just got to keep playing. It's a 32-minute game. Look, we did a nice job of taking advantage of Michael with the matchup on Kroger. We're going to look to keep attacking it. The biggest thing is we just got to keep executing, set good screens. The shots are done. We just got to keep playing.
They heard it from Coach Moats. 6-point deficit. Deer in the headlights coming out, but they definitely recovered. Beatrice still though on top, 30-24. We'll be right back with some halftime analysis shortly here on News Channel Nebraska.
To give real service, you must add something which cannot be bought or measured with money, and that is sincerity and integrity. For buying or selling real estate, call Woods Brothers Realty.
The End Zone Sports Bar in Nebraska City would like to wish all the athletes the best of luck in tonight's game.
You didn't have them on external.
Today for daily lunch specials and dinner and drink specials every night. The End Zone in Nebraska City, where the game is always on. For all of your custom concrete needs, contact Midwest Custom Concrete in Nebraska City. From sidewalks and driveways to repairs from weather, they're here for you. Midwest Custom Concrete in Nebraska City is there when you need them.
See Security First Insurance in Beatrice today for farm, crop, auto, home, and commercial insurance. Security First Insurance, an equal opportunity provider. Get fast cash at Fast Cash downtown Beatrice. Don't forget to let Fast Cash prepare and e-file your 2015 taxes. Fast Cash downtown Beatrice. Mention this ad at Valentino's through December and get a free beverage with a purchase of a buffet. Valentino's downtown Beatrice, pizza, pasta, and so much more.
Larson Motors proudly supports area athletes. See their full line of new and quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs at LarsonMotorGroup.com.
A good deal better describes the service and selection you will find at Carriage Motors, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. They take a good deal and make it even better. In the moment of an accident, do you know your insurance agent? Would you call a 1-800 number? Get a local agent, someone you call when bad stuff happens. Call Tom Cass, Beatrice Insurance Agency.
For all your retirement needs, contact Edward Jones and Beatrice. Call Bob Moran, John Guernsey, or Steve Huvendick, or visit edwardjones.com, making sense of investing, member SIPC. For your health, Husker Health in Beatrice or Husker Rehab in Fairbury. Make 2016 your best and healthiest year ever. Husker Health, North 6th Street, Beatrice, and Husker Rehab, downtown Fairbury. For all your retirement needs, contact Edward Jones and Beatrice. Call Bob Moran, John Guernsey, or Steve Huvendick, or visit edwardjones.com, making sense of investing, member SIPC. If your daily activities leave you hurting, remember Hoops Chiropractic in Beatrice. Stop in or like them on Facebook. Hoops Chiropractic, West Court Street, Beatrice. Come around to health.
In the moment of an accident, do you know your insurance agent? Would you call a 1-800 number? Get a local agent, someone you call when bad stuff happens. Call Tom Cass, Beatrice Insurance Agency.
Larissa's Salon in Nebraska City invites you to come finalize your holiday looks, from a cut and color to nails and a tan. Give them a call today to book your next appointment. Good luck to all the athletes from Larissa's Salon in downtown Nebraska City.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the Marketing Director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We really focus on the people that we serve. Relationships are the most important thing to us, and because we're smaller, we're flexible enough and we can make those quick decisions to meet your needs.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
Central Community College, investing in you. Academic transfer, business, health, and technical courses all available at a fraction of the cost of a university. Small class sizes for an enhanced educational experience. Get started on improving your future. Contact Central Community College Columbus campus.
Our economic future depends on tomorrow's skilled workforce. Dream it, do it, and Central Community College Columbus is here to help young adults find careers in advanced manufacturing and related businesses. Visit dreamitdoit.com for more information or tour the Central Community College Columbus campus.
Cheer on your team and watch the game on a new TV from Ashley Furniture Home Store. Find the TV you want at Brand Source inside the Ashley Furniture Home Store, Indian Creek Mall, Beatrice.
Gladly supporting the communities we serve. It's easy to buy here. Beatrice Ford Lincoln and Beatrice Quick Lane, North Highway 77, Beatrice.
Is Old Man Winter finding his way into your home? Then call the folks at Noakes Heating and Air, your premier geothermal source in southeast Nebraska.
Would you like to watch this game from above the crowd? When it comes to finding you a new home, the team at Total Realty have a game plan that'll put you above the crowd. Whether you're buying or selling, they will answer your questions and provide an expert offense to put you in the lead during the whole process. The Total Realty team members are real people living in your same community. They have the same concerns as you do, and one might just live in your own neighborhood. Your RE/MAX team members are the hometown experts with the world of experience. They don't just want to sell you homes, they want to make you happy. At Total Realty today, log on to ColumbusTotalRealty.com or see their full list of homes from the Columbus app, available on iPhone and Android devices.
At Columbus Motor Company, they feel shopping for a new vehicle should not be complicated. That's why during the Black Friday Blockbuster sales event, they offer everyone their very best price 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. At Columbus Motor Company, it's just one low price, plain and simple, always. So if you're ready for a new vehicle, stop by Columbus Motor Company, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer at 2806 23rd Street in Columbus, or visit them at onelowpricene.com. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always.
Are you remodeling, or is that unfinished home project bugging you? Then contact Mead Lumber, where their knowledgeable staff will make sure to help you get the job done right.
Sat Brothers Petroleum wants to remind you we're here when you need us, on the farm or in the field. Sat Brothers Petroleum, a family-run business in Philly, Crete, Lincoln, Fall City, Humboldt, and Hanover, Kansas.
At Pinnacle Bank, the latest banking innovations go hand in hand with genuine personal relationships. Visit one of their Beatrice locations to learn more. Pinnacle Bank, member FDIC.
Looking for a comfortable place to watch the game? Then make your way to Bing's Sports Bar in Nebraska City. Cold beer and a great atmosphere makes Bing's the place to be. Good luck from Bing Sports Bar in downtown Nebraska City.
In many aspects of life, there are lines between where we work and where we play. But when we cross that line, it's when we become connected to our community. At Columbus Community Hospital, neighbors take care of neighbors. With years of experience and training, caring for everyone, young and old, day or night, the expertise to handle the simple and complex, and provide personalized care in your own backyard. It connects us. Columbus Community Hospital, specializing in you.
Home Real Estate is an all-star team of realtors who are ready to work for you. We work tirelessly to sell your home or find the right home to suit your needs. I am Home Real Estate's broker, Don Dreesen, and I have 40 years of experience. I know Columbus. Home Real Estate, serving Columbus and the surrounding areas.
Farmers Cooperative is committed to your success on the farm, on the road, and in the classroom. Farmers Cooperative headquarters in Dorchester, investing in our owners' success.
Larry's Tire and Service in Beatrice is a proud supporter of Beatrice basketball. Come see Larry and Brian with 80-plus years of combined wrench-turning experience at 522 South 5th in Beatrice.
And welcome back, just 2 minutes out of the second half. You heard it, head coach Jimmy Moats going into the break rant. You talked to him on the floor, but basically sound like he said there was a deer caught in the headlights. We'll move this popcorn out of the way so we can see us. But Columbus trying to get back into this one, and from the start of the game, like we've been talking about it at halftime, you wouldn't expect this would be the scoreline the way that first couple minutes went.
Yeah, I definitely didn't think it was going to turn out. They're only down by 6 points right now. Due and partially, they had the last chance to get a shot off, but I'm very impressed by how this defense came out and turned things around and just got extremely aggressive in the last half of that first quarter and then that second quarter. Like Jimmy said at halftime, Oates said at halftime, they only scored 10 points or so in that second quarter. That's a tremendous effort. They scored 20 in the first, so eliminating 10 other points, that's pretty impressive.
And Cook, has been their bread and butter. He has 11 points, but they've had 3 players knock down 3-pointers in Griner, Wrinkle, and Ackerson. And especially that first quarter, a lot of their shots weren't falling. You get that going along with the inside presence of Cook. And, it's anybody's ball game, but not to take away from Beatrice either, because Zarbanicki's having a heck of a game for the Orangemen as well.
Yeah, those 3-pointers are definitely a huge help. Obviously, anytime you can get those to fall, it's going to make a big impact on the game. Oberg unable to get it going from behind the arc, but has done a great job offensively of finding and adjusting and getting shots. Michael Cook, the name you just mentioned, that kid's been playing pretty impressively. Hasn't been able to get a couple of those shots to fall close to the basket, but he's made some really tough shots as well. On the other end, Beatrice, they got a lot of shots. They got a lot of threats that can shoot the ball from behind the arc. We've seen Hardig come out and make 2. Bardsley's made some shots. Zarbanicki's made a bunch of shots. They've done a great job of toning those guys down and kind of finding an answer for them defensively in the second half. But on Beatrice's side of the ball, they got all those talents. They got Cromer as well that could go off at any moment and really make a huge impact in this game.
Just giving you the official scoring totals. Zarbanicki leading the Orangemen with 11. Bardsley came out very hot. He has 7 after a quick 5 points to start things. Cromer has 6, and Hartig, as you mentioned, coming off the bench and knocking 2 down from downtown for a total of 6 points. And as for the Columbus Discoverers, Cook with 11, leading them. Oberg with 4, Griner, Wrinkle, and Ackerson all nailing 1 3-pointer thus far. And with that said, we are now underway. Columbus hoping for a better start to this half than the first, and we'll see right here. They're still in that 1-3-1, which Moach likes to run.
And they keep.
And Zarbanicki starts things off for the second half, just like the first. Grant, what happened there? Just sort of a breakdown defensively, and the Orangemen took advantage.
I was just going to say, before Zarbanicki scored, they keep Oberg down there on that bottom. We've seen him playing that baseline the entire game just because he's so athletic. He's needed to play both corners because they have those shooters that can attack both corners and shoot threes from just very deep, and that's why they got Oberg down there on the bottom.
There was the 3 by Rickenberg, no good off that free throw miss. So Cook going at his defender, nice post move. Cook starts off well. He's now with 13. And not bad for the sophomore, leading his team right now in game 1.
Yeah, they're going to need him to continue attacking the basket, doing a great job so far. And when he does that, that's how you get those three-pointers from Wrinkle and Ackerson, who are able to open things up on the outside and spot up and shoot a nice shot.
Here comes a three-pointer from Beatrice. No good. Rebound, though, by Bardsley.
Nice job by Bardsley to get up there and high point that.
Dylan Buss, the man who shot that three, he's getting some PT in this second half.
Dylan Buss had a great game last week.
And there's Buss with the rebound. He's going to the line.
Buss, the lanky sophomore at 6'2", does a nice job of staying aggressive and getting up and getting around the ball. As you can see, just attacking the basket and continuing to give that effort is what led him to shoot these free throws right now. Buss unable to get that one to go.
Buss actually pretty dang good football player as well. He's the second leading receiver on that team. And his brother Dakota actually plays football at Nebraska Wesleyan in Lincoln as he gets that second to go. You know what it's like to be a multi-sport athlete, Grant.
I did a little bit of the multi-sport thing back in the day, yeah.
Well, Columbus coming back down. Cook trying to get that to fall. No good there, and a blocking foul against Columbus, specifically Drew Sturrock.
A difficult shot there by Cook. I think he maybe tried to work that one out and get somebody open on the outside. We've seen him make shots like that before, but I think he kind of dished that one off. He's starting to draw some of that defense to him, so you kind of get that out to somebody else sitting around the three-quarter and find an open shot.
So Buss with it. They swing it around the perimeter. Three-pointer from the corner. And Bardsley buries it.
He continues to have that hot hand. He's a guy that you just need to have your eye on the entire night. A kid that did not get a ton of varsity playing time last year, but comes from a very good basketball family, so there's a reason he's as good as he is.
Well, as Wrinkle goes, he draws the foul, but yeah, talking about Beatrice last year, 2 years ago they made it to the finals, lost. Last year they made it to the semifinals before Sydney knocked them out, but they had a lot of talent. So Bardsley only averaged 1 point a game. Started getting some PT towards the end of the season, and talked about it pregame. You go from averaging 1 point a contest to game one putting up 15 and leading all scorers as a junior. Got to have your coaching staff and teammate happy about that.
Yeah, very impressive yesterday by what we saw out of Bardsley. And he's going to continue to have a good season. You see the kid, he can make a lot of good shots. He can make kind of shots from anywhere on the floor, so he's going to continue to be a force around the state of Nebraska throughout the year.
So Columbus with the jump ball. Oberg now with it in the corner. He tries to go off the pick by Cook. He turns around, and that was a tough angle grab, but Oberg on the floater again. That's kind of his signature move.
Yeah, watching that one, that was a pretty tight to the backboard, but does a nice job of burying that one. The defender kind of falling down. He got lucky that his defender fell down and he had the open shot.
And, yep, they called a walk on Cromer. Fans here disagree. Your take on it?
Well, the fans were definitely thinking Oberg was going to get called for maybe a reach call after he knocked that ball out, but just one too many steps. And this is the same crew that called that girls' game, so they're going to continue to be stingy on that travel call. We saw how stingy they were the first time.
Spot up three by Columbus. That one's John Lucky.
A big corner three by Lucky. Lucky, the 6'2 senior. His first points of the game.
Lead cut back down to 5, Grant. Beatrice, the number 2 team in Class B, and Columbus giving them a fight right now. Way downtown shot, though, and there's an answer by Zarbanicki. Big-time shot.
Zarbanicki now at 15 points after that, or 16 points, excuse me, after that one.
Oberg pulls up, free throw line extended. Hey, we got an offensive clinic going. I don't mind that.
You got to enjoy those fun shots. It's fun basketball to watch. Oberg, once again, those readjustments just popping up, driving, coming off the dribble. He looks very comfortable taking that shot. Zarbanicki pump faking from deep there, but that wouldn't be That'd be about the same length as the last shot he took.
Buss couldn't get that last one to fall. Oberg thought about it. Trying to get Cook open on the block. And there it is, Buss on Cook. Ball goes out of bounds. Will stay with Columbus. That is a mismatch, though, you want to take advantage of if Buss will continue to be on that 6'5 sophomore.
Absolutely, and Cook has done a great job. He's shown he has the ability to kind of be, I don't know if tangly is the right word, but he can kind of get all over the place, and he's hard to cover. You can see Coach pulling Rankle out there on the bottom.
Wrangling him up.
He had a sub for him. He had to get out of there.
Well, here's Oberg from the top of the key, just a little short. Good play, though, by Columbus to keep it in. That was Drew Sturek who got his hand on it. Columbus maintains possession, 3:30 to go.
Yeah, great effort by Sturek to keep this play alive. And the travel there, he must have moved. It's kind of hard to see here, but he must have just kind of slid that plant foot a little bit. But they are not letting it. I keep reiterating it, but we've just seen them. They're just so stingy. There's a lot of games and a lot of refs that, if it's something like that, they won't call it because he just barely moved his foot, it looked like. But hey, it's a good call.
And as long as they stay consistent, like you said, that's the main thing that matters, and they have been all night.
Absolutely. It's when you get those one-sided things that it really becomes an issue. And the crowd hasn't been getting angry when they call these travel calls for the most part. Obviously, here and there when they think it's a different foul on the other team, that's when they might get a little bit upset and start making some noise. But the crowd knows they're calling them pretty stingy.
Now under 3 minutes to play in the third. Looks like they're trying to set up isolation almost for Oberg. And just can't quite get it to fall.
And oddly enough, that's a good shot for Oberg. You don't want to see him taking a ton of those, but he showed he can make a shot like that.
Columbus defense really focusing on Cromer, who's working his way around the paint right now, denying that pass as Beatrice patiently just goes around the perimeter. There's a three-pointer by no good, though, and Cromer, though, gets the rebound. That was Rickenberg with the initial shot.
Sturek there's going to get that over-the-back call. See, they got a lot of guys that can shoot there, but they're doing a pretty good job of attacking that perimeter defensively to try and prevent someone like Zarbanicki, who's hitting a really long three, hit a couple long shots tonight. So you can see they're kind of double teaming him, staying tight to him, preventing him from getting anything too easy off.
So Wrinkle comes back in for Sturek. Zarbanicki cross court.
Hardig right there had a deep one earlier as well.
He's got 2 3-pointers to his name. Backdoor trying to find Bardsley on the play.
Bardsley with some ups.
Yeah, normally they run that for a much taller player, but if he can get up there, why not? Beatrice just could not quite execute.
I think I think he's got the legs to get it in.
And Wrinkle with, Coach Mo's not happy with that one. I thought initially they were going to count it.
A great effort there by the junior to get to the basket and draw that foul. I thought, a lot of times you'll see them go to the line for something like that, but they're going to call that one on the ground.
If only we were in the NBA.
Yes.
Again, going back to that reference.
And we wouldn't have had some travels so far this game.
Well, Columbus working the ball around the perimeter. Wrinkle. Now cross to Lucky, back to Ackerson. 1:30 to go. Wrinkle is stripped by Bardsley.
Nice job by Bardsley to get keep his hands active.
Now Columbus needs to recover on that defensive play. Air ball by Hartig. Here comes Columbus, 1:15 to go. And Coach Motes wants a TO.
Yeah, it sounds kind of weird that you want to keep your hands active defensively when you're talking about stripping the ball, because a lot of times you're going to get a reach call, but if you do it smart, it makes it very tough as an offensive player to kind of move around and drive that lane when you got multiple guys that are maybe in help defense that are coming back to try and strip that ball. You really got to protect it. A nice job by Bardsley there to come from the backside.
So 9 points by Beatrice in this half. And 9 for Columbus.
Yep, still just down by 6. Yeah. But we didn't take the math in college. We talk about that all the time.
No, we don't.
So impressive, nonetheless.
It is interesting, though. I mean, just going back to how hot Beatrice came out, both teams have settled down. And Columbus is hanging in there for this team that is the number 2 squad in Class B, and they have aspirations, along with Coach Struck, of going back and making a run at this title.
Yeah, like you said, it will be very interesting to see how this game pans out all the way into the end here. Minute left in this third quarter, minute 15, excuse me. But you got to wonder how the end of this game would turn out, and if you take out those 90 seconds to start off the game where, like you said, Beatrice just came out on fire, and Columbus just, Beatrice is a great team. You got that ranking in front of the name, number 2. So maybe they were thinking, we're unsure at least if they're going to be able to come out here and compete, but they've really turned things around.
Well, a good set play drawn up from the timeout. Oberg just could not quite execute. That's another thing, though, Coach Moat said. He said, we're a pretty young team. I'm a first-year head coach at Columbus. This game's really going to show us where we stack up with the rest of these Class B teams.
Well, yeah, and at this point in the game, you got to finish the game out nonetheless. And if you're Columbus Coach Moats, obviously you hope the team just continues to play hard and stays in. If not, comes back and gives them a shot to win. But as a Columbus High fan, if you're sitting here in the stands, you got to be excited where this team's at right now so far in this game.
Perimeter game continues for the Orangemen. 40 seconds left in the third. And there's Bardsley, who has nothing but room to bury that one. His second three-pointer of the half. Now 30 to go.
Bardsley, that open corner, just a nice set shot, is going to make that 9 times out of 10.
Now under 20 to play in the third. Ackerson tries to go to Cook. Good defense, though, by the Orangemen.
And it looked open for a second, but a great job on the backside by Austin Ragland to kind of overtake Cook right at the end there.
Ricken tries to bury a 3. That would have been a big one. Last second shot off the iron again, so 33-42. Lead extends slightly for the Orangemen as we have 8 minutes to play. We'll be back with fourth quarter action.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the marketing director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We really focus on the people that we serve. Relationships are the most important thing to us, and because we're smaller, we're flexible enough and we can make those quick decisions to meet your needs.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
Central Community College, investing in you. Academic transfer, business, health, and technical courses all available at a fraction of the cost of a university. Small class sizes for an enhanced educational experience. Get started on improving your future. Contact Central Community College Columbus campus.
Our economic future depends on tomorrow's skilled workforce. Dream it, do it, and Central Community College Columbus is here to help young adults find careers in advanced manufacturing and related businesses. Visit dreamitdoit.com for more information or tour the Central Community College Columbus campus.
Schuster's Outdoor and RV, your local authorized Articat and Encore dealer in Beatrice. Contact them during the Holiday Madness sales event for amazing deals on new products.
Every Tuesday, crunch on classic crispy tacos for a ridiculously low price. For serious, classic crispy beef tacos, super low price every Taco Tuesday. Taco John's, unwrap the original.
Selectel Wireless has the nation's
And welcome back. Fourth quarter action just underway. Columbus now trailing more, 44-33, down 11. Beatrice trying to defend their home court in their home opener, the number 2 team in Class B.
Croma there starting off the quarter with a nice bucket.
Oberg tries to answer. Big defensive play by Bardsley. Cook, though, keeps with it. Nice post move, cannot fall. Rebound, Beatrice.
Cook, once again, being very aggressive and doing a nice job of getting to the basket. If he's able to finish a majority of these shots, they might be winning right now. He's just had a tough game trying to get things to go.
So Cooper Weeks with his first points of the game.
He had a couple last night as well.
Things are getting dangerous now for Columbus. As big play, though, by Michael Cook, who has a chance for a three-point play.
Michael Cook trying to go for his 15th point on the evening. You know, if he makes, there's got to be about six shots that he's kind of left out here where he's been close to the basket. It's just been a near miss where it's just rolled out of the rim. If he makes those, he's sitting in the 25-point range right now.
And he completes it. Bardsley looking for the entry pass to Cromer. Now cross court to Buss. Back inside. Good ball movement by the Orangemen. There's Bardsley again. Not this time, but a second chance opportunity. And finally, fouls called against Columbus. Austin Ragland, the one to draw it.
Ragland drawing those defenders down like that is just really opening things up now. Bardsley was unable to get that three-pointer to fall. But you got to be panicking a little bit if you're Coach Moats, and you see about 3 defenders dropping down. And he's a very talented player, so sometimes you need to have that extra help, but that means there's some open players sitting around the perimeter somewhere.
Ragland sinks them both. Beatrice getting much more in control of this one now. 6:20 to play in the contest. Oberg driving in, no good. And another jump it again. That's going to stay with Columbus. I think that's about the 4th jump ball they forced.
And Cook has done a great job of staying active and going after those second chance rebounds. And even when those players are coming down with the rebound, you're not safe until Cook's out of the way because he's getting in there and finding a way to poke that thing out.
Cook taking his defender and Cromer. Cromer with a big block. And it will actually stay with Columbus. Looks like there's a little miscommunication, but...
And that was a good call there. Beatrice did hit that one out of bounds before he went back up for that shot. Kobe Agerson going to come in here for Steerick.
Now 6 minutes to go. Cook's going to have one from downtown. He can do it all, apparently.
You got to love that. Now Cook's not one like Oberg that comes out of that jump shot just kind of off the dribble. He is definitely a set shooter from what I've seen just kind of out of warm-ups and what we saw out of him last year. Now, he may have added the dribble 3 to his arsenal, but definitely a good shooter from that far back if he's wide open.
And apparently close him down next time if you're Beatrice. Entry pass to Cromer, though, and that's too easy. Griner on the cut. Big block by Cromer. 3-on-3 the other way. And taking it himself, and Cromer throwing it down on cleanup duty.
Cromer with just manhandling that ball, gets a little putback action. He's got this crowd excited.
The student section all left their feet as a blocking foul is called, but I was not expecting that to happen, Grant. I'll just be honest.
He didn't get extremely high above the rim, but he got up there enough to put that thing back in with a little bit of authority. If anything, that's a heck of a morale booster for your team. I mean, they're winning by 14 right now, but that could really get the energy flowing.
5 minutes exactly remaining. Griner.
You know, he could have took that one up, maybe drawn a foul there.
Back to Cook, the leading scorer for Columbus. 3-pointer by Griner is up, no good. Rebound, and we're going the other way for Beatrice. Cromer running again, and that's a smart foul by Columbus. That was Wrinkle. Cromer not at all happy.
Cromer definitely.
It wasn't a dirty foul, though. That's what you have to do.
Cromer getting a little angry. That's a good foul. That's a good foul on his part.
And I guess that you can.
Yeah, it's a little aggressive. It was probably a little bit too aggressive. He maybe try and just go for a ball strip, but.
When they give him a flagrant or a technical, you see Coach Moats wanting an explanation for why.
I don't know. I guess you got the intentional foul. You can see that because it definitely was intentional. I think maybe just to avoid that, you go a little bit more for the ball strip, try and go in there, maybe try and poke the ball out.
Cromer hits 1 of 2, and Beatrice will inbound the ball. Important thing is nobody got hurt. It wasn't a brawl. That's always a plus.
That's good. Yes, absolutely. You don't want to see that.
And timeout taken Beatrice as they are well in control of this one. Up 15 with 4:41 to play. Columbus in a little bit of trouble right now.
Yeah, you know, they got enough time to come back, but they're going to need to start hitting quite a few shots. They're going to need to play at a high pace and get a lot of stops, obviously, defensively, prevent them from scoring anymore, but they're going to need to see some more shots falling offensively. They've got a lot of good shots. They haven't had the luck of the roll at this point. They've gotten some high percentage shots as well, but just having a little bit difficult chance getting those things to fall in this fourth quarter.
Big difference right now is Columbus, for the most part, hasn't had those three-pointers fall at all that were falling in that first half that was keeping them within striking distance. And Beatrice has come alive in this fourth quarter, playing very inspired like we saw at the start of the game.
Yeah, they've scored 24 points since halftime. A lot of these points, a lot of this action coming here in this fourth quarter pretty early on. If you're Columbus, if you don't win this game, you know you want to be able to look back and at least see that you continue to give a good effort through the course of the entirety of the game.
Beatrice still working it around, wanting to get it inside to Cromer as he's getting double teamed multiple times. Ackerson currently on him right now on the block.
Yeah, they're almost running. Yeah, it's not a box and one because Cromer's just staying in the middle there, but Ackerson is really focusing on him and staying pretty glued to him, which you need to. Both playing very aggressive, and that's good. That's what you want to see out of Ackerson. Cromer having to really you can see he's getting a little frustrated there because they're playing him so tightly.
Well, that's the matchup to watch right now, is Beatrice entirely content just moving the ball around the perimeter. And then finally, fouls called on Cook after about a minute.
Yeah, Beatrice definitely, for a good reason and no need to rush to get a shot up or trying to hurry up this offense. When you got this lead, you want to just take as much time off the clock as possible. And unless you get a high percentage shot, there's really no need to take it. That one will be good.
Zarbanicki hits his first, comes into the season averaging 6.7 a contest. He's well over that tonight, and he gets them both.
Ragland subbing in for Cromer.
Griner with a nifty take, can't quite get it to fall. Rebound Beatrice. Zarbanicki.
Once again, those close shots, they just have not had luck this second half, really early on in the first quarter, getting those to fall.
Back to the line for Zarbanicki as he draws the foul.
Zarbanicki, a high percentage free throw shooter, doesn't get that one to go.
Hartig comes back in for Beatrice. one of their many spot-up shooters.
Yeah, I was going to say Hardig was just with 6 points so far this game. Had some really deep threes for makes up those 6 points.
So now 3:20. Beatrice very much in control. Leads at 18. And it will stay there.
And it's a good shot, I think, by Oberg. It's a high percentage shot for him.
And Zarbanicki gets some more points, backing his defender down. Lead to 20 now.
You know, and even if you don't call a charge, I think you got to call a block on that one because it falls down. They're going to call a push there.
And you're definitely now starting to see why Beatrice is the number 2 team in Class B. They're very much pulling away.
Yeah, really doing a good job of pulling away here. And really not a sign of how this game's turned out. If I would have just watched this game and not have been keeping an eye on the scoreboard, I wouldn't have thought Beatrice would be leading right now by 20 points.
Fromer comes back in for Rickenberg. Zarbanicki just making it his show right now in the last couple of minutes of the fourth quarter. He is nearing 20. Two and a half to play. Three-pointer from downtown. Cook short. Rebound by Oberg. Oberg with a little pump fake. Gets the floater to go this time. Well, takeaways, Grant, as Beatrice is going to move on to 2-0, and Columbus under Coach Jimmy Moats, no easy task for your very first game at the helm, but they're going to drop to 0-1.
Well, Columbus has done a lot of good things in this game. They're going to go back and watch this film, and they're going to see a lot of positives out of what they were be able to put on the court today. For really, you know, they had a preseason game, but this is their first product that they've been able to show off against a high-caliber team like Beatrice. And they're going to go back. They're going to say, hey, this first 90 seconds was rough. But the rest of the game, they played tough. They played pretty tight. They didn't get a lot of shots to fall. I keep saying that, but that's just really been the story of the offense in the second half. They got a lot of high percentage shots close to the basket. That a lot of times you're going to see them make. They haven't got to fall. And Beatrice really, they just started getting those shots. So Beatrice is going to find this. This is going to be a good win for them going on to the season against what looks to be a good Columbus High team. So Beatrice is going to have a lot of good takeaways as well. And we're early on in the season, so this loss won't hurt Columbus too much if they can come out and start getting some wins later on.
Mass substitution for the Discoverers. Jazz Ackerson is in there. Brendan Martinson. Brandon Beard, who has it currently. Steerick also comes in off the bench.
Jazz Ackerson, the little brother of Kobe Ackerson.
And Nathan Slazarski, he was the final one I was trying to find. Some football players.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Now I talked to Coach Williams. He's preaching the whole multi-sport athlete. Columbus isn't a big enough school, or any school in Columbus really, to have specialization, and he thinks it's kind of silly to do so when you're in high school. If you have the athletic abilities, it only benefits you to play multiple sports and be in that competitive mode year-round.
And the Columbus High football team had a rough year this season. Couldn't get a W on the board, but they were a young team too, so they're going to have a bright future as they kind of figure out what's going on next year. But they have a lot of athletes in these younger classes. They got a couple talented seniors. You got Oberg and Ackerson, who both have done some good things for this team. And but they got a lot of young talent. Michael Cook, kind of the head of that young sophomore class. You got Ackerson as well, and some of these other guys are in here. That really a bright future for Columbus High basketball. Just looking at this point.
Hunter Bolden comes in for the Orangemen. As we're nearing a minute, 1:06 on the clock. And kick against Beatrice will stay with Columbus.
Cooper Weeks going to get that call.
So there is Jazz Ackerson, the 5'10 sophomore, trying to drive. Pickpocketed, though, by Weeks. And we're now under a minute to play. Long ball from the wing, Berry. 3 points. Cooper Weeks, that's his second of the night. So 6 for the 6'1 senior. 30 seconds now to go. 66-42. Long ball for Columbus off the back of the iron by Brandon Beard, and the student section is bouncing as their team is now 2-0 in Class B. The number 2 team, 10 seconds now. And the Orangemen are going to hold on and run this clock out as this contest is over. 66-42 is the final. Beatrice moves on to 2-0 after taking down Nebraska City and Columbus in back-to-back nights. Columbus in their home opener drops to 0-1. Head coach Jimmy Motes talked about it. No easy task for his career debut for Columbus High. Kept his team close for a while, but ultimately Beatrice pulled away for this one. So we're going to hear from head coach Struck as well as our Columbus Community Hospital player of the game shortly. Grant Otten is rounding them up. Strong performance by the Orangemen, though. Cromer came in, had a big second half. Zarbanicki, Bardsley, as you might expect, also played very, very well. And all around a good performance and something fourth-year head coach Struck can be very happy about to the start of this early season. All right, Grant has our player of the game as well as our head coach wrangled up, so let's hear in with both of them now.
Hey, Coach, a big win tonight. It's your second one of the season, now back-to-back. What's kind of going through your head right now?
You know, I'm just proud of how our guys fought. You know, they did a great job in the zone. They used their length, and we got a lot of good looks. We didn't make them. You know, but we kept fighting. You know, talk to the kids. We gave a 8 in the first quarter. Then all of a sudden we give up 16 points. Third and fourth quarter, you give up 9 and 9. You know, that's what we needed to do. And so I'm just really, really excited about their effort.
Yeah, you guys slowed down offensively a little bit in that second quarter. What did you tell them at halftime?
You know, I told them that I liked the shots we were getting compared to what they were getting. Our problem was we weren't getting enough stops, you know. And I, you know, Rickenberg goes about 0 for 5, 0 for 6, one of our best shooters. And eventually we wore him down and we got some good shots. We made a couple threes when we needed to. Then Cromer got the ball and then that helped. And then what it did was it extended that zone so then Landon can do what we needed him to do. So just a great job all around by our team.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Good luck moving forward.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, now I'm here with our Columbus Community Hospital player of the game, Landon Zarbanicki. Landon, yeah, a big offensive night for you. What was working for you?
We have a lot of shooters on the outside, and that creates driving lanes for me, and it really helps that when they knock down shots, it spreads out the defense. So
you were doing a good job of kind of working that offense out, and finding some shots for yourself. You know, taking this with these back-to-back wins, Nebraska City, now Columbus. What do you guys do moving forward?
We just got to keep working hard in practice to try to keep improving so we can keep winning games the rest of the year.
Hey, congratulations. Enjoy the win, and we'll see you next time, all right, bud? Brandon, back to you.
So Beatrice moves on to 2-0. Columbus drops to 0-1. Landon Zarbanicki, your Columbus Community Hospital player of the game with 25 points. For Grant Otten, our producer Aaron Trout, our camera operators, thank you so much for watching this one here on News Channel Nebraska. I'm Brandon Axmit. We'll catch you next time.
Largest 4G network at half the cost and with no contracts. Come into the Beatrice Selectel Wireless store so we can help start saving you money today.
Tree lines, a single tree, branches, or stumps. Need it removed? Call TreeWorks Tree Service. Accurate estimates you can count on for all job sizes. It's TreeWorks Tree Service in Nebraska City.
Would you like to watch this game from above the crowd? When it comes to finding you a new home, the team at Total Realty have a game plan that'll put you above the crowd. Whether you're buying or selling, they will answer your questions and provide an expert offense to put you in the lead during the whole process. The Total Realty team members are real people living in your same community. They have the same concerns as you do, and one might just live in your own neighborhood. Your RE/MAX team members are the hometown experts with the world of experience. They don't just want to sell you homes, they want to make you happy. At Total Realty today, log